After so many times of messing up, I was about to put my seatbelt
Trying to go
I
somewhere.
was about to put my seatbelt on. All right, guys, welcome back to the third episode of HighT3Z. This episode, and I'd say maybe for the next couple, Jeffrey is actually going to be taking a little break. He has something personal going on, and he didn't really mention too much about it, so we're not going to dig too deep. Just a heads up that he'll be missing for the next couple. But for today's episode, I kind of had like love as a topic in mind. I wanted to just see how we all react to love and dating. And it made a lot of sense because the two of us are single, but Jeffrey has a girlfriend, except now that he's not here, I guess we'll just have some single lonely boy talk, So when it comes to love, Eugene, would you say you have a type?
A type?
A type, yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think everyone has a type generally. Everyone's like, people would be like, no, I don't have a type. I just care about personality, but everyone has a type,
Okay, so then would you say that you have like a set type physically, or are you more so of just like if someone you find is just attractive, you find attractive?
Well, yeah, I mean, personality can make someone's
let's
physical
just
appearance more
talk
attractive.
just physical.
I mean, just physically.
When it comes to just physical, do you have a type? Or is it just whoever you find attractive? Because for me, it's kind of like just whoever I find attractive at that time in my life. Time in my life sounds kind of fucked up. But yeah, no, it
you don't have a physical attraction to you can't
no,
lie.
because when I think about it, if we're talking about physical traits, definitely there are preferences, but that doesn't mean that someone who is, I guess personality does play it. Okay, physically, I guess everyone has a type, right? You think physically everyone has a type?
You don't have a phobia of any kind?
Nah, I don't have no phobia, bro. I'm chill with everybody. Everyone is equal in my head and in my mind. Everyone is either
what?
Yo, it's like risky topics. I was about to say everyone is either
you about to wild out.
Everyone's either and I don't want to talk into it, actually.
You're like, next topic.
But women, I guess that's what I'll say.
Yeah.
Women.
The question should be rather, instead of what our our personal attractions are, it should be more of, do we need to be in a relationship to be happy?
Are you a tits or an ass kind of guy?
We don't need to talk about
No. Are you tits or ass? You have to pick one. No, both. I hate people who say both because I asked you between two. Why are you saying both? It's not fun. So one or the other.
All right, tits.
Okay. Nice. Come on. Nice. Yeah, no, I don't. I mean, no, but here's the thing. I've been growing on to why people like ass, but I don't understand people who are obsessed with huge, big asses. I mean, that might go back to a deeper issue with me, but I don't like big, massive asses. It's not too attractive. It's gotta be proportionate, right? Everything's gotta be proportionate.
Yeah, proportionate
in my
matters.
mind. Yeah. I think men's bodies kind of nasty. Men's bodies are kind of gross, but women's body can be an art. And I'm saying can be because, and if this is a problem, well, I guess it's a problem. If you let yourself go, it's not art.
I mean, I think both genders can be art.
I just don't think men's bodies attractive at all. I'm just so far beyond.
That's like
being
saying,
able to. I have a hard time. Well, I can see how some guys are good looking, but I can't see anything past that. But that's normal, right?
That's like saying that you can't
That's
appreciate Roman
straight.
statues.
Roman statues?
That's like you saying you can't appreciate that. I mean, it's been appreciated for centuries.
They have small dicks.
I mean, that was the appreciation back then.
Small dicks?
Yeah.
I think I learned about this.
That was their thing back then. That meant
Is
you were
that being
royal, that means you were royal, or means you were noble or something. It means
dick.
you were higher in status.
A
back
small
then.
dick?
Yeah, back then. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, so do you think that would carry on now? What if you have do you think the royals have small wieners?
I doubt that.
Do you think the royals have a small wiener?
No. Why are we talking about this anyways? This I was trying to drive this direction to a.
Yeah, no, we're not gay.
No, anyways, what I was trying to say is, because you were talking about relationships and all, the question is, do you need to be in a relationship to be happy?
Do you think? Are you asking me?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's you and me.
No, I mean, I was just wondering if you were stating that as like the topic, the subject of
Oh
the
no, yeah,
discussion. But if you're asking me personally, do I need to be in a relationship to be happy? I used to think so. I used to definitely think so. I mean, that's why I always made sure for like the past, dude, I don't even know, like 8-9 years. I always made sure that there was somebody.
Yeah.
Like, obviously. So it's not obviously, sorry. So in those 8-9 years, I was in 2 really long relationships. I guess long, considering how old I am.
Yeah.
I'm not very old. The first one was genuinely just, I liked her and stuff like that. And this isn't to say that the second relationship I got into wasn't out of love, because it definitely grew into it. But I think if I really think back to what was going on in my mind at the time, I was going through as much a senior in high school could be going through, I guess. Just a lot of like personal problems that I think is bigger than, what it actually is. Because obviously when I think back to it, I mean, there were very minor things that I thought were just a huge deal for no reason. And that was also the time where my first relationship wasn't going well. I was just falling out, and it kind of sucks for me to say this, but it was genuinely because she was getting busier. And so then I just felt like I wasn't getting the attention that I personally wanted. And so it sucks, but it was like, hey, you're getting busier. It's just like, I guess we're on different schedules now. We used to vibe, and now we're just on different schedules now.
Do you think it would have turned out differently if you guys communicated that better?
100%. I think if I attempted to communicate it could have turned out very differently. But at the same time, her passions were very different from mine.
It was like the acting.
Yeah,
drama.
And like, you can't stay in Dallas, Texas to blow up with that.
It's hard. Yeah,
you just can't. Texas is, dude. I guarantee you, there are people in cities like like in states like New York or California that still think that some of us ride horses. I guarantee it.
No.
No.
Texas is a lot more.
Internet's
no.
Yeah. Like,
at least this area, Houston, Austin, Dallas, is a lot more known now. So
yeah, okay. But if I said I'm from Texas without
like,
I'm without telling them I'm from because we are a metropolis. We're not a metropolis. What is a metropolis?
That's a topic for a different time.
Or a big city. We're pretty big cities now.
Well, I mean, they do have castings here for different roles and different acting positions. Like, I know I talked to someone the other day. He said he tried to cast for, remember the Ready Player Up or something? What is it called? Ready Player
One?
Yeah, Ready Player One.
Oh, they're making another movie?
No, he tried to do the casting for it back here.
Because
they came here for the auditions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
that's dope.
It's a thing you can get out there.
I'm
from
sure,
here, but
I'm sure.
It's obviously easier to do it somewhere in New York or like LA. You have a lot more connections, a lot more people to introduce to. But yeah, here's a little bit harder, but you can still make it out there. But anyways,
but I wouldn't want to hold her back.
Yeah, exactly.
So then. And also, at that time, I didn't want to do long distance just because it was already from city to city, which felt like a lot because I didn't drive. To New York and Texas, fuck that. Yeah. That just wouldn't work out. And I remember when that wasn't going well, like immediately I was like talking with my now ex, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think there's anything wrong with that, just because like I'm pretty sure, if I remember this correctly, we walked in without like really expecting much. It was just like, oh hey, I like you and you like me, let's just see where it goes. And see where it goes ended up here. Which, no regrets, everything was fine, everything was great.
So then are you saying like, are you happier now or were you happier then?
That's really hard to say, because I very much enjoy being alone now.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it. Not really have to worry about what someone else thinks about what to eat, what to do.
You just handle your self-care your own way.
Exactly. And it's like, if I want to go somewhere, I'll go somewhere. But if I want to stay in, I'll stay in. And, I think a lot of the things that started to like not work out towards the end of my previous relationship with her was just our personalities were slowly splitting up and becoming really, really polar opposites in the sense of like, she wanted to get out, and have fun and experience the world. And
you're ready to settle
for
in.
me, I just felt like I spent so long like already working that I wanted to spend the next like at least like year or two moving back here to Dallas, kind of just
settle
really,
back, yeah.
Really just not doing anything, honestly. Honestly, every single time I wanted to just stay in, just watch a movie or like play a board game, puzzles. I love puzzles. And this was also during the time where I was working, what's it called, at the shop. So realistically, I wasn't able to do anything because we met up at like 2, 3, or 4 in the afternoon because I simply just couldn't be ready until after 2. And then I would have to be home by 7, and in that short time, it was just hard for me to be able to. I have to eat, and if we're going out to eat, that's already an hour minimum, anywhere we go, for dinner time. And then to find time to be able to do something, it just wasn't possible. So my suggestions would always be, let's just kick it and just go back, But she didn't like that too much. She always wanted to go out and do something, and there's nothing wrong with that.
It takes a lot of energy.
It takes a lot of energy and time, and right now I just doing what I do at the shop. Just I don't have that much spare energy, and realistically, like, thanks to her for like the relationship kind of ending, because without that happening, this wouldn't be happening.
Oh yeah,
I wouldn't have time to do this. This I didn't realize how much work that this would be, but hopefully, with the mics being fixed, we've had 2 episodes with a lot of audio issues, and our second episode now has video issues. Hopefully now that I've gotten more familiarized, especially with a better mini mics and the proper third mic, editing isn't as difficult. Dude, I spent so long editing the second one. I gave up. I gave up halfway. Once the camera cut off, I gave up.
I mean, yeah, it's fine. I mean, there was a lot of issues, and it just wasn't worth the problems.
Yeah, it was too much work.
But yeah, what we're saying is like, because it's like whenever you are with someone, I think the problem is you have to consider another person's mindset and like their time and their boundaries, and that takes a lot of effort. It's almost like when you already have a family to deal with, right? When you add another individual into your life, you have to almost like become way too responsible. Let's say you die tomorrow and you're with someone else, or you have to think about your own family and stuff. It's like you're putting so much more burden on them when you disappear suddenly. When you think about those types of things, it's like you don't really feel the necessity to be with someone anymore. You're putting too much pressure on yourself at one point.
Is that how you feel? Do you feel happier alone?
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of like when people think about going from a dating relationship kind of mentality going to like marriage. It's a huge jump. When you're in a marriage, there's so much more like sharing and bonding between one person and another. It's a great thing for some people, but for someone like me, I think of it as a big burden, because now I'm stuck with this person where I can't ever leave. If I have a child, I'm fucked.
Okay. I think that's where we definitely are very different. I don't want to say that just because I say that I'm happy alone. I don't want that to mean that I'm happier alone. I think it's been 6-7 months now. So I think I'm just now able to accept what it is, and like I'm now able to be just happy with just being me, right? Because again, just for so long, I what you're saying, I had every single day, it was just, how does my life intertwine with her life? How is that going to work out? Where are we going to go from there? And it is actually a fuck ton of like just energy, right? Relationships just are a lot of energy. It's not something that you can just willy-nilly do. And definitely for me, for my experience in my previous, my energy was just zapped. It was just at its far, far low.
Yeah.
And I could tell that in a way, maybe when she left, it was more so of like she just didn't feel my half of the effort into it. And I can't blame her for that, because I definitely wasn't in the position to be able to like fully nurture a relationship at the time, because again, working 12 hours, that's half the day.
Yeah.
The other half, I really need to focus on myself.
You need sleep, which takes a lot of time. So
Sleep, which, yeah, I mean, I still don't get enough sleep. Do you sleep enough? Just real quick, like, do you sleep enough?
yeah, I mean, I get like 7 hours a day.
Yes, yeah. I'm still in like that high school mindset. I'm still sleeping like maybe 3 or 4.
It's more like college, but yeah.
I was doing that in high school, dude. In high school, I was sleeping at like 3, getting up at like 6 or 5.
Well, you had no excuse for that. You're just doing that on your own.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah. But I mean, I'm not in college. I'm not. My mom wants me to go back. She wants to go back to school.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I really want to.
It's a tough thing, you know. It's hard to pick and choose what you want to do, you know.
Yeah. But okay. Going back, I think I am the type of person that would enjoy that companionship with somebody. Obviously, with a better life schedule. One where my work doesn't take up 12 hours of my day. I would 100%, like, if I think back to it, I mean, I was a lot happier. Like, even when I was in Oklahoma, and I didn't really make the effort to go and find any friends or anything like that, just because it's I feel like it's really hard to make friends in a new area when you have the mindset that one day in the next year or two you're gonna leave them. And the odds of you ever going back up there to talk to them is very slim to none, because I don't ever see myself going back to Oklahoma to live there.
Yeah, but it's kind of like when you start a new job, you're not going to be there forever, right? And you still make friends with those people. You're not going to ever talk to them ever again once you're out of that place. So it's kind of the same thing, isn't it?
I get that.
It's like temporary.
I think that situation is just slightly different from mine, just because at a workplace you're kind of forced in that environment with those random people.
Oh, you're having to go out.
I would have to like actively go out and find a community and join it. And again, work. When I was up there, I was still working a lot, and I didn't really want to allocate my time to go and find friends, when realistically, I had my, at that time, girlfriend that I could text or call whenever she had time, and I always had time. I worked in the mornings and nights, so I always had time. And then towards like the latter portion of the day, I always had you or Jeffrey or any of the other friends in that Discord call to play games with. So it kind of was also hard for me to find time, because if I wanted to find time to make friends, I would have to find someone that could hang out between the hours of like 1 to like 4, which is a really awkward time for anybody. I mean, most people are gonna be at school or work, and I can't stay out. Once you're older, staying out and it's like a really easy way to make friends and meet new people, but I don't have that luxury at the moment, time. And back then I didn't. So I think when I was in Oklahoma, that made me realize more that I could genuinely find someone, like even tomorrow, and that if that person feels like the person, I could drop everything and everyone, and that person would be enough for me. But I think that's just because when I get into a relationship, that relationship really becomes my life.
So is that considered love, or is that addiction?
Oh, that's a really good question, because I'm very prone to addictions, like everything.
Yeah, so
that's really
where do you draw the line?
That's a good question. Oh my god, I don't like that you're asking me these questions. I didn't expect this to be so serious. Is that really love, or is that an addiction? Okay, so what am I addicted to?
Well, the real question would be, how do you define love?
How do I define love?
Yeah.
How do I define love? Rather than a definition of love, I'll tell you how I feel about a person when I am in love.
Yeah.
Like when I think back to how I felt about, if I think about how I felt towards her, I mean, this is hard. Love. When I love someone, obviously, like they want to be the first person that I see in the morning. You know, they
Mm-hmm.
want to be the first person that I talk to.
Mm-hmm.
They want to be the last person that I see and the last person that I talk to, because I just couldn't imagine starting my day and ending my day without them.
Mm-hmm.
It's the feeling of like wanting to be better,
Mm-hmm.
even though you know your own limits and your own flaws. It's still, I guess, trying to find ways to overcome them. Um, it's like all of that, not for myself, but for that person.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. Like I never felt like I wanted to do anything for me. It always felt like I wanted to do it for them, right? And it might not even be direct, because again, if I'm trying to like, if I as a person am trying to get like a better job, let's say, it wouldn't be because I want to make more money. It would be so that I could provide better for her.
Yeah.
Because when I like, dude, it's so bad. I will literally spend whatever I have to for that person, because I feel like that's my way of, well, not providing. That's one of my ways of providing.
It's like appreciating
their time.
Yeah. So then, where do you say the line is drawn, you know, between love and addiction? Because
Love
you started that
addiction.
whole series, this whole part off, making it sound like you're addicted to weed. I want to start it off in the morning with it. I want to end the night with it. I want to be with it all the time. I don't really do it for me. I just do it for it, because it's like I'm spending my money on it, you know? So what do you
Oh my god. So you think the way that I view love is an addiction?
Well, it kind of does sound like it, because, you know, when you think about love, it's not about like self-gratification or how you really feel. It's about how they feel, right? So when you say something like, oh, I want to see them, you're saying I want this, I want that. It should be more like, what does she want? What does she want to do? How does she feel? You know?
I guess I can come in between. I mean,
find the middle ground.
Somewhere in the middle, that could definitely come. You know, somewhere between me seeing her in the morning and at night.
Because what if she doesn't want that? You know,
that'd be fucked up.
That would
be fucked up.
It's just a hypothetical question.
If you tell me that you love me and you can't stand to see me first thing in the morning and the last thing at night, get the fuck out of here. What is your problem? Get the fuck out of here. No, I mean, okay, I get where you're coming from. I guess I did make it sound very much like me. I guess I am just a narcissistic person. But yeah, I mean, no, definitely, like, I would want to make sure what I'm doing is making them happy.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I guess it's like the whole sense of like why you would want to like hold things for her, or it's really hard for me to say it, because again, I think towards the end of the relationship, I was just being so like mentally and physically drained of myself that I wasn't doing anything realistically, compared to like what I would do at the beginning. Like I remember when she was at her dorms, and I asked you last episode if like you mentioned how people come in and clean your toilets, whatever, the dorm. And I was like, wait, your rooms too? And you said no, because you locked the door. The reason why I mentioned that is because every single time I visit her dorm room, it does not look like someone comes in and cleans it once a week. It does not. So then I would like, we would go do something, and then, or she would go to her classes and come back, and then she would be tired and take a nap, and during her classes I'm just sleeping or watching something. And when she gets back and she's like taking her nap before we get something to eat, like I would take that time and I would just clean up the room for her, and I'd sweep the floor for her, organize everything for her, and like I felt happy doing that. Like it made me feel good. And I don't know, I guess in a way it's hard for me to say it without it all coming out selfishly, because I guess me making her happy made me happy. So that's also why I did it. It's everything's kind of selfish in a way, because like if I do something for somebody, it's because it makes me feel good.
So then, did you clean her per room because you genuinely wanted to, or because you wanted her to praise you?
No, I didn't want any praise, but like I knew that if I did that for her because I know that she's not, you know, the most organized. So if you know, I could help her figure that out. It wasn't because I wanted something in return. It was just because if I did that, I knew she would be happy, and seeing her happy would make me happy. But again, I think the root of that all was like that would make me happy. Seeing her happy would make me happy. I don't know how to explain that.
And you wanted to be happy.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't want to be happy? You know, and like the easiest way was, hey, if I clean the room for her, she'll be happy. I'll be happy. Does that make any sense?
No, yeah. I mean, there's people like that. It's like I mean, I'm not a psychologist, right? I can't tell you these things, but there's people like that where they want to do things for other people because it makes them just like think about Mr. Beast. He gives money to people because it makes him happy. He's always like,
it doesn't get him views.
Well, I mean, it doesn't get him views, but in the beginning, like when he first started off his channel, when he started going out and giving money to homeless people, he would just do it because it made him happy. I mean, sure,
seeing other people happy made him happy.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't mean that he was truly wanting to give money. I don't know what his reasons were for it. I can't make assumptions. But if it wasn't because he truly wanted to give money, it's mostly because he wanted to be happy himself. So, I mean, there's people like that who get that gratification from doing acts of service for other people. I mean, it's a thing, but, you know.
5 love languages. Do you know them?
No.
Physical touch, acts of service. I think one of them is like words of affirmation. Gifts. What would the 5th one be?
I don't know.
Oh man, we're stumped now. We can't move on until we get this 5th one.
We'll move on.
No. We can't. Wait. Acts of service, physical touch, gifts, words of affirmation. What is the 5th one? What's yours? Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, we only need 4.
Yeah, I can't think of it.
I think it's words.
Words of affirmation?
Yeah.
So you would just. So wait. Words of affirmation.
Is it acts of service? What is that?
Acts of service. Acts of service is simply, I think, my love language. It's like doing things for them. You know, it's just doing things for them, like cleaning.
Yeah.
I guess making them food.
Yeah.
Taking out their trash. Yeah. Without ever being asked.
Just being physically helpful.
Yeah. Well,
or being there for them.
Yeah, you don't necessarily. It doesn't all have to be physical, but I mean, as a guy, it's easier for it to be physical help. I mean, I'm not saying that ladies, you guys can't do like physical labor. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I mean, wouldn't it be nice if a guy took out the trash for you? I mean, it would be really nice if a guy took out the trash for me. No, I'm just being it truthful. Like,
so are you coming out here?
No. I don't want a boyfriend, but I'm just saying, like, the thought, like, if I had to choose whether or not I could be a woman in the relationship or the man in the relationship, not saying that women have it easier, not saying that at all, but, you know, traditionally, I would choose to be the woman. I don't mind cooking. Cooking sounds fun. Again, I'm not saying, ladies, you have to be in the kitchen. Not at all. But traditionally, right? I think that's a safe word. Traditionally, women were, you know, not doing hard labor.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, I think the words of affirmation, I think it helps mentally, I think. You know, get yourself.
So would you say that you're insecure?
Yeah, of course.
You would say you're insecure.
Every person is insecure.
Oh.
There's no being in the world who's not insecure.
But okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
Are you insecure when it comes to your partner?
Like, as in,
like, are you afraid that, like, what kind of word, like, what would you like to hear? When you say words of affirmation, what would you like to hear? Would you like the assurance that they just love you?
Yeah, it's like reconfirmation that I'm the person that they want to be with. You know, just like more confirmation on it. Because sometimes you go for long periods of time without seeing someone and you see them again, yet they treat you like a friend more than treating you like a significant other.
Has that happened to you? Have you ever been like away for a little bit?
No, I don't think so. No, it's not like that. I've never had that happen. But it's just helpful to reassure yourself that you guys are meant for each other. Because if she shows up and she's just like, "Oh, I like you," after saying "I love you" all these days, it's kind of like, why did that change?
Well, let's assume that you're in a relationship though.
Yeah.
Because that sounds more like that's a fling Because I don't think if you're dating somebody, I don't think they would tell you that they love you one day, and just because you were apart for like a month or two, I don't think they come back like, oh, I just like
Well,
you.
I'm saying like that's what I'm saying. What if they did?
What
Then
if they
that, that's why I'm saying words
then
of
she
affirmation
for the
matter.
streets. What the? She for the streets. She not wifey material. She come back with you with that. I like you. What kind of bullshit?
She's like, I see you as a friend.
I see you as a
After dating for 2 years.
Oh my god, dude! I would be. I wouldn't even know what to say. Oh my god!
Like, get out.
Get friend zone
Get
after
out.
2 years, and she was just gone for like a little bit, and it's just like, I like you as a friend. Have you ever been friend zone like that?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, in middle school or high school, I'm sure I have. Or middle school.
While I've known you, has your ex been the only person that you've been with or had a thing with? Have you ever had a thing with anybody that you never told me? Have you ever like hit up a girl or anything?
No, I mean I've tried to get with a lot of girls before, like in middle school. But it's so young, like it's hard to even like say, like it counts. But I mean, I'm not gonna say people's names, but
you can say it. I'll blur them all out.
No,
I'll say names. I'll blur them all out.
Well, we know about.
We know about. I'll blur it out. Don't worry.
But the thing is, like, we also like there was this other person that I went on a trip with my mom actually when I was like freshman year. I think it was like the summer before freshman year, and there was
summer before freshman year.
Yeah, and we went to like Oklahoma for like this cabin trip, and there was like other families there, and I met that girl. She was like a part of this other family. She was like a year older than me, and I was with her for about 4 months, and then we called it quits because it wasn't working out anymore. But
wait. Summer before freshman year, high school or college?
It was high school.
It was high school.
I mean, that was COVID, and during COVID, I didn't do shit.
Right.
But
wait, no. Summer leading to college wasn't COVID. It was
this year after
the spring semester
at
that time. Yeah, because I was here in the summer.
During that time we hung out a lot. I was working a lot.
Yeah.
But this was before. This is everything before college.
Wait. Summer before high school. The reason why summer before high school is just blaring in my head is because summer before high school is when I got with. But didn't you and get together around the same time?
It was a year after. It was when
you guys lasted a year after us, right?
No, it was after. Yeah, it's like that. It's because we started when she started high school.
Oh, okay. And you guys went until she went to.
Yeah.
I'll blur that out too. Don't worry. I'll blur that out too. When she went to college.
Yeah.
Whoa. So this was before that, and there was no one in between that.
Mm-hmm.
Who's this girl?
What was it? I think her name was also a girl.
Wait,
isn't that weird?
She didn't go to she didn't go to our school, high school.
But like I said, because this is all before college, I don't really like to count it. But yes, I was with that person, and then you also know.
You don't think things before college counts?
I don't think it really counts. I mean, you know about like,
You wouldn't say. Wait, how long was that? Like a month?
Yeah, I was like.
Yeah, I mean, a month I wouldn't count it, but I think it kind of more so matters on like the time than like the age. For me, because like, well, okay, to a point too, right? Because obviously, if it's like, sorry, I'm looking for something. Obviously, if it was like at like 5 years old, that obviously doesn't count, even if it was like a year or two. But so, at what point do you consider it like a relationship?
I think it's when you guys are like both mentally and financially stable, but that's before college for sure. That's after college for sure.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say before.
So it's like I don't really like to count it, but at the same time, I don't want to disregard people who have been dating since high school and they get married and things like that, because that happens like on a blue moon. People date in high school, they get married.
Right.
But it's hard to it's hard to say because there's a lot of different types of people. You can't put everyone into one little bucket and say they're all the same.
Mm-hmm.
But like for like people like me at least, the way I view myself, not other people, is I don't really count it because I wasn't mentally like available. I wasn't financially available.
That 4 months.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, fucking just started high school. It's like shit doesn't matter. I could have had fucking 20,000 hoes back in middle school, and none of it matters. You know?
You think so?
Yeah.
I think people take pride in their hoes, dude.
In middle school?
Dude, if you had hoes in middle school, isn't that Isn't that kind of amazing? If you had 20,000, obviously 20,000 is exaggerated.
Oh
Dude, what do you think is like? What do you think the average body count in high school is now?
It's a lot higher, I think, at least. I think it would be higher.
When we were in high school, did you know people that were? Like, I knew a couple.
I don't think I knew anyone. I mean, my friends are all Asian.
Oh, I know one guy that you know for a fact.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'll blow his name out too. What's his name?
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, he's different.
Yeah, there was a story about him. I forgot who I heard this from. I think I heard this from. She told me that this girl was giving him head, and apparently his dick was so big she like threw up on while like giving him. Like,
I think you told me that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I told you because when I heard that shit and we knew who it was, I had to immediately tell everyone I knew. But that's like beating up my friend right there, you know. Dude, my boy cock is so big, but I actually gagged all over it. That'd be, oh my god, yeah, that guy for sure. Dude, I remember even in like high school, he was like jokingly walking around the hallways during lunch, like throwing condoms at other like couples that he would see. And that was when he was with his girl, his ex at that time. So everyone was like looking at them weird. Because again, I guess like from a Korean standpoint, you know, freshman year is really early.
Yeah,
Asian perspective.
No, I mean Asians are usually conservative. Yeah, and they're a lot more to themselves, at least in the homelands. Not really here, but here is a little different.
Here is very different.
But yeah,
what am I saying? Here is very different.
Yeah,
people be wild in here, bro. You know, most of those guys that we used to hang out with, I think you know this too. Like most of them have something like that they did that's bad. Forcibly, maybe not forcibly, but they've all done something bad, and it like kind of blows my mind now that I look at them because like I grew up with them, you know. And then it was high school that like really drifted me and them all apart.
What are you talking about? I don't know like what they do in their lives, but
I mean, I'll let you know off the pod.
I only know one thing about, but that's because like this thing sprung up. It was during prom or something. Something about the prom thing. But besides that, I mean, I don't really know. You know, I have social media. I don't talk to these people. I don't know them. I don't follow them.
100%, I get it. So, but yeah, that was. I mean, yeah, I'm probably gonna have to scrap this part out. I'm probably gonna scrap this part out. That was
okay. So, anyways,
very specific.
Would you say like, because we were talking about how you fell off with your ex because you guys were on different wavelengths and how she had different, like you guys were very bipolar. Like, is that what it means? Like you guys were having different views on different things, so you guys kind of fell out, right?
Which one? Because they both kind of ended like that.
Well, your second ex. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, it makes sense because you know that. It was funny when you mentioned that because it really resonated with me because I did the same thing. It's like you stop kind of putting the effort in. You kind of sit back and take the drive, like the passenger seat of the relationship. You're not really in drive mode anymore. You know, you're just watching it all fall apart because you don't have the passion to rekindle.
Whoa, no, I don't want to say I didn't have the passion to rekindle it. It was just more so like, I guess I was ready to like settle down. Like that. Like I was getting comfortable. I was getting really comfortable.
Yeah.
You know, like, cause you know we can't do that every day for the rest of our lives. We can't go out every single day.
Like when I mean like rekindle the passion or whatever. It's, you know, it's like when people say spice up your sex life. You know, because it becomes the same. It's the same thing over and over again. So it's hard to label it, but it's where she says she wants to go out every single day, but at the same time, you don't want to do that anymore because you don't have the energy, you don't have the same passion she does to put in that effort, you know? So that's what I mean by that. Do you think you did that? Because I definitely did, you know?
I mean, again, though, I wasn't that I wasn't going out because I didn't want to.
No.
Like if I had the ability to, I would have gone with her. Like I had no problem with it. I don't like I don't like partying. I don't
Yeah.
like dark, loud music.
Yeah.
People crammed. I don't like that setting at all.
Mm.
That's just not it for me. But you know, when I had the ability to, if she asked me, I would go
Mm.
to support her
Mm.
because I know she wanted to go,
Mm.
right?
But you prefer like puzzles.
I would prefer puzzles in like pajamas.
Yeah.
Got like a bowl of popcorn. Got a movie playing, and it's like, are we gonna finish this puzzle tonight? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's the thrill. That's the risk of it, man. We
Yeah.
started it. I guess we gotta finish it now. But it's like, again, I was still completely open to the idea that, hey, if you want to go out, like, let's go out.
Mm.
I don't trust the world enough to let her go out alone.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me. That's
Yeah.
just, I
No,
think
makes
that's
sense.
my values.
No, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
I don't.
I get it.
I've come to my mindset that, like, it's not wrong.
Yeah.
It's not wrong that I don't want my partner to go out alone.
Mm-hmm.
I just, that's not what I'm comfortable with.
Yeah.
Right. And that's just my value. And if that doesn't work with that person, then that doesn't work. I mean, if I have the ability, I'll go. If I have the time, if I can go, I will definitely go. But
what do you mean by that, though? Like, do you mean as in if you had more sleep or something, like more time?
yeah, if I wasn't doing the shop.
So, are you saying like you didn't want to give up your energy, a bit more of your energy, to go out with her because you were wanting to take care of yourself first?
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, like, again, going out is typically at night.
Yeah.
I had to be home in bed by like 8.
Yeah.
Minimum, like max, I have to be home by like 8 or 9. Like the longest that we've stayed on was like 9:30.
Yeah.
But I did not
feel good
waking up.
So that's where you kind of draw the line, is when you need to like take care of yourself, right?
Yeah, 100%. And yeah, I mean, I don't want to, because I don't, what I was about to say kind of made it sound like I was putting the blame on her. I don't want to say that she wasn't willing to stay with my really off schedule.
Yeah.
But I think that's what it was. I mean, our schedules just weren't lining up.
Yeah.
There was too much of, I think, her having to give up a lot of things that she either wanted to do or, like, I guess had to do simply because I only had this time frame to meet, and if she had focused on everything for herself, then we just simply wouldn't see each other. And I'm not okay with that. So then I would have definitely left. So I think what she did was, the most reasonable thing. Just cold turkey, let's cut it. Our schedules just aren't working out. And I didn't understand that, but now I think that's what really happened.
You don't think it had to do with the other thing? Like her like going to a therapist and all the other stuff?
But I think that, like, her going to the therapist and like talking to her therapist and all that was probably about all that. It was like, do I try to balance this out, or do I just pursue like myself? And ultimately, I'm sure,
So you think that when she went to the therapist, she got convinced to change that part of her life?
I don't want to put any words into what happened because I don't know what exactly happened, but I would say it's probably somewhere down the line of that. Her problem definitely had to have been with either herself staying in a relationship that maybe wasn't, fulfilling her life the way that she would want it to, or to, go out and find her own way to make herself happy. And, ultimately she chose that route, which no problem. Everyone deserves their own right to find happiness and like true happiness. Because, all in all, like, as much as that makes it sound like I wasn't making her happy, her reasoning as to leaving was that she wasn't making me happy in other parts of the relationship. And this part I still don't understand to this day, just because I was completely fine with the issue that she saw, but she ultimately decided to take it upon her hand and make the decision that it's not okay. Although, again, I was okay with it for the latter 3 years of the 4. It's not even like I was okay with it for the last couple months of the relationship. I was okay with it for the last 3 years of the 4 years. So I thought that was enough to kind of prove it, but clearly it wasn't.
Do you think you would have put in more effort for the relationship? Like if you had the same energy as when you first met her, whenever you guys were near breaking up, if you had the same amount of
Oh,
energy, do you think you could have
yeah,
fixed it?
yeah. No, I mean, I don't want to say that I could have fixed it. Um,
Like
did I
if it,
tell you why?
what?
The reason as to why?
Why what?
She said that she felt that she couldn't give me what I wanted. That
Yeah,
and like you know what it is,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Because that was her main reasoning of leaving. Again, this all happened to like it hit me like a fucking bullet train. Like
Yeah.
I had no awareness of it happening.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I was just being really dumb and not picking up any clues.
Mm-hmm.
But I genuinely had no idea what was gonna happen. Right before we said our goodnight, sorry, not goodnight, our goodbyes,
Yeah.
and we were gonna go home. She just dropped it.
Yeah.
Dropped all the news, and um, that was like a really rough talk and conversation. And we ended that night saying that, you know, we're just gonna go home. I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna think about it. Because her ultimatum was like we could either split up or I continue, you know, with the relationship without getting that part of the relationship that I wanted.
Yeah.
And she said that she doesn't know when she'll be able to give it to me, but I said that's fine because that's not what I'm here for. You know, I'm not in the relationship because of that. That was always just the bonus of it, and I always told her that, like, that's not what I'm here for. I genuinely love you as a person.
Yeah.
Like, you make me happy.
Yeah.
I'm not here for that. If that was really what I was here for, I would have not stayed 3 more years.
Yeah.
You know. God, I'm like losing my mind right now.
So then, you know, because I'm only asking because whenever I broke up, like we broke up in my relationship, near the beginning of the relationship, I would put in like 200% of my efforts. And if it meant I slept 0 hours a day just to see someone, I would do it.
Yeah, you were like completely gone for like the first 3 years. Like I couldn't ever find you. I couldn't ever talk to you. You were always the longest time that we had ever spent together was always just on Sundays when we were sitting next to each other in the chapel. At church. Yeah, even at school. Even at school, even though I was next to you, because there was no like higher
there was a wall between us.
Yeah, because there's no authority there and it's just lunch for an hour. She had full control over you and like your attention. But at like church, it's like, you know, if I like tapped you, you know, we all have to be quiet. So she's not gonna be like, no, don't, you know, so you can just kind of look over. But yeah, dude, you were whipped.
Well, what I was trying to say is like, you know, I understand why things get like where people break up because near the end of the relationship, you know, she would ask me to come drive down to the university and hang out with her. And it was just during COVID. She would ask, "Can I come over?" And so during COVID, you know, I didn't have insurance for my car. I didn't want to drive there for 3 hours. I didn't want someone coming over. I didn't even let my friends come over for that matter. You know, so, you know, she saw that I wasn't putting in my half in. I barely called her. I didn't really, like, when we FaceTimed, I wouldn't show my face anymore. You know?
That's a little much, man.
So it kind of makes sense as to why that happens, but that's why I was asking you if you put in the effort as when you guys first met near the end of the relationship, would you have been different?
Dude,
you know?
I mean, I think with my entire schedule, I think me going out and still trying to ask her, hey, do you have time this week? Do you have time this week? I think that's
the same level.
That has to be, right? Like I'm fucking working 12 hours a day. I'm sleeping for only 4. That means for what, 8 hours I have to myself. I'm gonna tell you this. An hour of it is taken up by me taking a shit. I might just be sitting there, but I'm doing that for an hour a day. Okay. An hour of it I'm fucking eating. Okay. Another like hour is just commuting to work and back. So now I'm down to 5 hours, right? Definitely got to spend like an hour or two, like if I'm at home, right? Like, you know, playing games. I love fucking playing games or watching something. But it's like for me to give up that 5 hour, I think that means a lot, man. I think that means a lot.
Yeah, I mean, you know, 5 hours is not a lot of time. Like
that's like all I have a day.
No, yeah, it makes sense. I've thought about it myself. Like working 12 hours is a lot of effort. That's hard to do. You know, it's There's even a difference between saying someone works from 10 hours to 12 hours. There's a
Mm-hmm.
huge difference, even if it's 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes a difference. Like, someone needs a lot more sleep than 4 hours. That's not normal. And at the same time, you could also say it's a problem. You're sitting on the toilet for an hour. That's also a problem.
Dude, that's like, okay, here's how I like to explain why I sit on the toilet for so long. And like everyone at home doesn't understand this, but here's how I like to explain it, right? It's like asking a night person, hey, why do you stay up so late?
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's peace and quiet. Everyone's asleep. No one is expecting anything out of them except to be simply silent.
You can do that in the bedroom. Like, you don't have to do that in the bathroom.
Yeah, but it's like if something happened, hey, I'm on the toilet.
For an hour in the middle of the night when your
Oh
family's
no, like
probably...
no, during the day. During the day, yeah, because like after I come home from work, I'm ready to just like be alone for the rest of the day, or with my friends or someone. But realistically, like I want to be away from from my mom, because I'm like spending the 12 hours working with her at the shop. I don't want to talk to my family, so if I'm in the toilet, hey, can you like go pick up food, or hey, can you like take out the trash? I'm on the toilet. I'll do it maybe when I'm done. But the best part is that like my younger brother is getting a little bit older now, so if I'm busy, it just transitions to him. So me sitting in the bathroom is kind of like a get out of jail card for me at home.
Yeah.
No one can just, because like my mom's not gonna be like, no, get off the toilet, get off the toilet and do it now. She's gonna like, hey, do it afterwards, or push it off to my little brother, which is amazing now.
No, it makes sense. I mean, that's the good thing about having siblings that are younger than you.
Yeah.
You get to kind of use them.
Push it off, yeah. It's kind of messed up, but yeah. No, but here's the thing. My brother's kind of stupid, so there's not much I could even like ask him to do. It kind of sucks. It becomes a whole mental decision of, I could get it done in 5 seconds, or do I want to explain to him, watch him do it, but that'll take like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's all about that, dude. A lot of times I'll look at my little brother, and if my mom's like, hey, ask him to help you, I'll look at him and I'll simply just be like, hey man, you're helping me by not helping me.
Just sit over there.
Just sit. Yeah. Just stay there. It sucks. And like, sorry, I lost my train of thought.
So okay, so then you love your brother, right? Just say yes.
Yeah.
Are you possessive of your family, or like your friends, of people you're with usually?
Holy shit, I'm possessive over my partner.
Oh, you are? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you that. I think if I really have to fully examine the way that I view relationships, wait, what does possessive mean before I say it? So,
well, it doesn't mean that you necessarily have to always take their liberty, but that could be part of it, where you're kind of controlling them, kind of wanting them, trying to steer their direction in life to align with yours, because you want it to fit your ideal.
I guess it. Yeah, I mean, then I guess here's how I'll warp that like how I'll warp your definition. Sorry, brain fart. I don't want to just control. I don't want to control them.
Yeah.
I don't want to take their freedom away.
Yeah.
I don't want to tell them that they can't do this or they can't go do that. They can't hang out with this. But in my own twisted way.
Yeah.
And this is why I have a high ego.
Yeah.
I'm a very big ego crazy person. My mind and my mindset can't, once it has a certain path, right? Like, I think this is the best route for us. It's hard to steer my mind off of that. So it's not necessarily like, oh, I don't want you to go do this, I don't want you to go do that. It's, I don't think it's best for you to go. I don't think it's best for you to do that. And that kind of, it's really, really hard for me to like shift my mindset once it's there, because again, it's concrete in my head, because that's what I believe. Right? It's what I believe to be the best. And obviously I don't know the best way to handle every situation. It's just the best way that I think, where no one gets hurt.
Yeah. So then would possessive also mean like you like only want them? You're just saying, I want you all the time, don't go hang out with someone else, I want you here. That kind of stuff too.
I think I used to be like that for sure.
Yeah.
I was definitely like that.
Yeah.
Now after appreciating being alone and like
Yeah.
hanging out more with you guys, like I completely understand why, like, even if you're in a relationship, like
Yeah.
you still need time alone and you still need time with your friends.
Yeah.
Because definitely, like, when I was with my ex, we would FaceTime a lot, and you know, during the day she would ask me for she would ask to have just a bit of alone time. And I was fine with it, but internally I was like,
You wanted
why
more.
can't you have
Yeah.
alone time with me?
No, I felt the exact same way.
You
Yeah.
know, like
Yeah.
we don't have to be doing anything, but
Yeah.
like, what if we just leave the phone on FaceTime? You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
you can go do your own thing. I'll do my own thing, but oh, quality time. Quality time is the fifth love language. Quality time. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted. Quality time, right? I
Yeah.
didn't necessarily mean like we don't have to be doing something directly with each other, but like that awareness that, hey, you're just there.
Mhm.
I guess that's what I want.
So
And
is that possessive?
possessive? Do you think that's possessive?
I think
feel like
it
it could
is.
be.
It is.
Definitely could be.
Because I was the exact same way, where I would want the person I was with to always just be there no matter what, even if we weren't talking, even if she went to talk to her parents or go eat, just stay on the phone. What's wrong with that, you know?
Wait, talk to her parents and go eat?
Well, I'm saying if she was going to go do that, why can't we just stay on the phone now? Because we're gonna call back in an hour anyways. So, you know, I mean, I find that as possessive, in my opinion.
Okay, that's a
But-
little possessive.
Yeah.
Here's where you and I there's a difference right there. 1 hour, that's battery life I'm wasting. I can't have
You're gonna
that.
have it charged, aren't you?
But I can't have that.
What? You're not gonna charge your
I
phone?
can't have that. No, like if they're gone,
Yeah.
I can't. Like what I mean by like just having
their
us
battery?
around. No. Like you said that whether she's going to go eat or
Yeah.
like talk to her parents,
Yeah.
that means her focus is completely gone. Like it's not
Yeah.
on you.
Yeah.
What I meant by like having just each other on FaceTime is like I'm doing my thing,
Mhm.
but I'm like still in frame of the camera.
Oh,
Like at any moment's notice, if you need my attention, I can snap right there.
but I was trying to talk about the part where you said like she needed alone time, which
Alone
means she
time.
doesn't want to be with anyone, doesn't want to talk to anyone.
Yeah, but I mean, I have to respect that. I think I have to respect that. I think as a person, I had to respect
So
that.
you didn't ask her to like stay on the call? Isn't that what you just said?
No, I
Oh.
mean, I would have wanted to.
Oh.
That's what I mean.
Oh.
Like I definitely that's what I thought. Like, why couldn't we do that? But I never asked to do it because like before that relationship with that was like controlling, completely possessive. Like it was as if like I thought I owned her, and I didn't want to do that again.
So you learned.
Yeah, because it put not me because it. Oh, sorry. Because it put her through a lot of like
pressure and like
no
hardship.
like mental abuse. I would even say.
Yeah.
What she told me afterwards was that she went to a what do you call, like a psychiatrist, a psychologist, whatever, to get like a diagnosis, and she came back with oh my god, I think it was like not chronic. It can't be chronic, but like continuous depressive disorder.
It's like PTSD
and
or something.
Like, yeah, and like it was severe anxiety and continuous like severe depression or whatever, and that was like after me.
So you're
and
fucked up.
I was like, yo, no, she got fucked up.
I'm saying, yeah,
I'm a fucked up being. She got fucked up. I'm different now, I think. I mean, obviously my previous relationship didn't end like that. You know,
it's ended differently.
The first one I took a healthy being and I fucked her up, and the second one I took a fucked up bitch and
made her more fucked up.
I didn't make her more fucked up, bro. That's not me. That's not on me. That's not on me. I still think about it to this day, bro. I still think something might have happened when I was in Oklahoma and she never told me.
It's possible.
It's so random that we were having sex and out of nowhere, I can't. That's so random to me. Like you can't tell me that's like a coke addict being like, I'm done, I'm clean, out of nowhere.
Well, she might have reminded herself of something that was traumatic to her, and while you weren't there or something, and it could have just like struck her harder than she expected it. You never know. I mean, I still, end of the day, Jeffrey wants me to believe that she cheated on me. I don't believe that. No, I don't think she did.
Jeffrey and his girlfriend really want me to believe that narrative, and I don't believe it. I think to the very end, she was like loyal and genuine to me.
They're just fucked up in the head. Like honestly, you can't assume the worst for everyone.
It's that after that church day when we went to the pocha, and like I was fucking just like I wanted to just drink every single night, and I just wanted to just be like, oh, just be somber and cry about it all the time.
Yeah.
And they were like, so what happened? Because like she never heard about what happened. Only Jeffrey knew at the time. So I'm sitting there. I have my I had like a whole like big tall glass of like Miller Lite, and I'm just in my emotions. I'm like about to cry just telling them my entire story. And dude, she goes, yeah, she planned that out for a very long time. Something probably happened. And I was like, damn, this is like so cutthroat, just straight to the point. And I was just like, oh, dude, I'm like now getting okay with accepting that she's gone. Now you're trying to put in this narrative that she did something to me and that's why she left.
They're just trying to instigate, bro. They're just trying to instigate something that's not necessary. They're just trying to instigate.
Oh, man. I want to believe that nothing bad happened.
Yeah, I don't
think
so.
We just simply drifted apart as people, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No, it happens, and she might find someone better for her too, and you the same. Same for you.
Nah, I'm kind of over that, dude. I still can't wrap myself to get into the idea of liking anyone again, just because it's scary. I don't want to.
No, I feel that. Yeah,
dude, that's 4 years out of my 22 years being alive that simply just went out the drain. And again, maybe there was something I could have done about it. I was oblivious. I had no idea. And in my perspective, it was just simply just gone down the drain. Maybe to her, she really was planning it out and thinking about it. Like, and I don't want to say planning it out, like planning out the breakup, but like just sitting on it, like whether that was best for her. Yeah. That's what I mean by planning it out. I don't mean, no, because that sounds like a fucked up thing to do. I don't mean that. But the idea of like, because again, to me, she was like everything. Everything. I was ready to spend the rest of my life with her. For me to ever get to that point with anybody else, I don't think I'd be able to be happy, because in the back of my mind it would always stay like, what if she leaves too?
I feel that. No, I 100% get that. It is pretty. That's what I'm saying. That's one of the risks of being with someone. Like I mentioned, like you have a lot of burdens, because if you disappear one day, all these different people that you're with are gonna care about that. But at the same time, it's like it also affects you, not just them. If they break up with you or they dip on you out of nowhere, it's gonna hurt you too. So it's like there's two different ways people can get involved. People can get hurt. It's pretty hard to think about, and you don't want to really risk that anymore.
Speaking of getting hurt, have you ever been cheated on?
No.
That you know of?
Yeah, that I know of.
That you know of. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, could you imagine that?
I think back then I would have reacted very horribly, like in a very vicious, aggressive manner. But I mean, if it happened now, I think I just wouldn't care anymore.
It is what it is.
Yeah, because I mean, like I said, after COVID, it changed like my whole mentality. Where my life motto, it is what it is.
Yeah, you became a whole different. I've lived through 3 different stages of you. I've met the young, youthful version of you.
We would always go out and just do stupid shit.
The one that was okay with literally everything, dude. I could have genuinely, hey, do you want to light that gasoline truck on fire? Just dip. Dude, you would have been like, yeah, I mean lighter. There was that version of you, because dude, if I think about it now, all the stuff that I asked you to do with me, you would never do now.
Yeah.
You would never do any of it. Like we would simply go out for a walk. You would not do that now. You would not do that now. That's even like, what kind of waste of time? Let's just drive there. We would, okay, and then I met the full on simp you. The one where you would drop literally everybody for just that one girl. Yeah. That was the coldest version of you. The coldest. And then there's you now.
What am I now?
Eugene that's just living to live.
Yeah, no, really, it really is. You know what? That's how I see myself too.
Like you don't. I can't remember the last time you did something for your own pleasure.
Yeah.
Like
Me either.
definitely if someone asks you to do something, like that's not for your own sake. Like you're doing it because you want to do it for them.
Yeah.
Like, you want to go out and have fun for them.
Yeah.
You're not doing it for yourself. You're not doing it for yourself. Your company outings, you hanging out eating dinner with us, you're not doing that for yourself. You're doing that because we're asking you. You just don't want to get shit on.
Yeah, you know what? No, that makes sense. Like, it really is like that. People, because, like, you know, where at work, there's cubicles, right? And so people bring stuff to decorate their cubicle, and they come to mine, they're like, you have nothing. And they ask me, hey, what do you enjoy in life?
Bro!
And I just sit there with a blank face, like, nothing? I guess nothing?
You know your life gotta be dull and boring as fuck when people ask you, hey, what do you enjoy in life?
Yeah. They're like, what are your hobbies? I'm like, going home.
Because, like, obviously, like, what are your hobbies? Going home.
Yeah.
Your hobbies. Asking about hobbies is like a simple icebreaker.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? But it's like, you've known them for a while now.
Yeah, it's been several weeks.
And they come up to you and ask you, hey, so what do you enjoy to do?
No, yeah, exactly. We would go out to eat for lunch,
Oh.
and they'd be talking about hobbies, and then they would look at me and say, "You're still a mystery, bro. What are you?"
Do you engage in so when you have like those company outings, like
Yeah.
I guess like lunches?
Well, it's not outings. It's just they're technically my friends now.
Okay.
They sit one's in front of me, one's across from me.
Oh,
I just got lucky, and they sit right next to me.
Okay,
'Cause I met
okay.
them prior to us moving to that wing of the building, because they set up new like cubicles for us to sit at, and that was after I got hired. So we all moved to that other side of the wing, the other building side, and I got really lucky and got to sit with the people I met prior to moving there. So we all got really close and shit. But
so you guys are just grabbing lunch together?
yeah, exactly. Sometimes you just go out and grab lunch.
How many of you guys are there?
Usually it's just there's 4 of us. Usually one of the other guys sits really far from us, like in the building. But it's usually 4 of us. Yeah.
No, like during lunch.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
4 of us. Yeah.
How often are you like pitching into the conversation?
No, I pitch in. It's just whenever I'm eating, you know how I am. I just eat. But I mean, whenever we're at the office, we'll talk a lot.
Okay.
But yeah, it's they always say like I'm still a mystery. Like, what are you?
What are you? What are you is wild.
Yeah, like what do you enjoy? You know,
Dude, I would pay money to just be there.
just
Just be there and just like, because again, my whole reasoning about all of this is not for myself. It's to get this guy out in the world. It's to make sure you guys understand that there are people like him walking amongst us. The people that live for the bare minimum. And it's not even like out of necessity. It's simply out of choice.
No, it is out of choice. It is. That's right. I mean, people, you know, like we talked about this before, the salmon thing, my lunch, and my coworkers always ask like, your shit must be bussing to be wanting to eat it every day, huh? Like it must be really good.
Wait till they find out.
Yeah, wait until they come over and see.
Wait, so when you, how often are you guys grabbing lunch? Because that now makes me go back to think about that conversation.
I mean, it's not too often. We did go out like this past Thursday.
Like maybe once a week?
Maybe more like once every 2 weeks.
Once every 2 weeks. Oh, okay. So you're still having salmon and chicken.
Well, yeah, I go home because my house is close, but most people bring their lunch, you know.
Oh, so you're the one motherfucker leaving every day.
Yeah. Well, because why would I stay there if I can go home?
So you really are a mystery.
Yeah.
Like you don't even stay during the lunch where that's probably the best time to come in, like talk and like.
Well, you actually hang out with people.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah. I go home and just fucking let it all out. I just do whatever the hell I want at home. Yeah.
And do you like try to make sure you're getting back at the very last minute? So you have to
yeah. I timed it exactly. Like I know
like,
how the traffic flows. I know everything now.
Like, to the point where you'll even wait in your car a little bit.
No, I mean I don't have to because I get there right on time.
Oh, you get there right on time.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Do you not worry about
being late?
Yeah.
No, because I know the flow of traffic. I genuinely know. I can predict it
So
now.
you've got a path where there's zero risk.
Yeah, zero risk. Like there might be like 3 cars at most, and I know for a fact I'll make that light, the turn on the left where I have to turn. Where I have to turn, I know I'll make it. So like it's like I almost like predict the time of the fucking lights too. The signals changing.
I can't wait till one day you do that shit and like your tire just blows or something.
I'll just call my supervisor and just say, "Hey, my tire blew."
Are they chill?
Yeah, they're chill. They're chill.
That's dope. Well, what anime are you up to?
I've been trying to find one to watch right now, but yeah,
anime's hard to get into, in my opinion.
It's a lot easier than watching TV shows.
You think so? Wait, what kind of TV shows?
Every kind of TV show.
because when it
That
I
involves
prefer like
humans.
sitcoms.
Sitcoms?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sitcoms? You don't like sitcoms?
No.
No?
I don't find them funny.
You don't find it funny?
Dude, like my mom would show me something to watch with her, and she's like, "This is so funny." I just sit there with the cold blank face, and she's like, "What's funny to you?" She's like,
What?
"Why don't you laugh a little?"
What is funny to you? Because I remember there was a time where unless it wasn't, when we went to go watch that movie Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
Did you find it funny?
We were in middle school. It's a different phase, remember?
Oh, right. That was your youthful. You were happy. Like, life was great for you. You enjoyed life. And now you're just this cold, dark human. Motherfucker.
Cold, dark human. As you said that, you looked at my clothes to see if I was black.
That's exactly it. Dude, I mean, like, okay. So if I told you tomorrow I'm going to bring you the love of your life, the woman of your dreams, would you pursue her? Like, this is like not even 10 out of 10. You're perfect. This is like 15 out of 10. This is the one.
All the check marks are
Yeah.
filled in. All the boxes are filled.
All
Yeah.
green flags, not a single red flag in sight.
No, because I'm not, like I said, I'm still not mentally or financially stable. You know, like I can't, I don't have the funds. Yeah, I don't have the funds to go out with someone and hang out with them all the time. I don't have the mental capacity to see someone and say I love you every day or some shit like that, or hug them, hold their hands, to give them what they want. Like I don't have the necessities right now to do that stuff. I can barely even take care of my own self. How can I take care of another human being?
Well, I mean, you don't have to see them every day.
Right. I mean, you don't have to see them every day. I could see them once a week or maybe once every 2 weeks. But you have to still put in that amount of energy and effort to keep the relationship continuing.
Okay.
You know, and that takes a lot of effort, in my opinion, especially when it comes to because I don't date for fun. I date for marriage, like some people do. Right. So I'm putting in my best efforts to make sure it's successful. But if I don't have the ability to do that right now, why would I take that chance, that risk?
No, honestly, that's super responsible. If you yourself, you're not ready. I respect that. That's actually better than like going into a relationship when you're not ready.
Yeah, exactly. It's more like if I don't have a place I can call home, I don't want to invite someone over. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, 100%.
No,
that's fair.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like there's no guarantee we'll be living here, but come over, we can share this room, but we might be on the streets tomorrow. You know, just letting you know, there's that chance. You know, I don't want to do that to someone. That's fucked up. That's real fucked up.
But not even so. You wouldn't ever date for fun?
No. Because then, like I said, then I'm wasting my time, my money, my energy. Bro, you've seen people fucking start racking in money after they break up with someone. They have bands in their fucking wallets out of nowhere because the relationship is gone.
Yeah.
You know?
100%.
So I don't see the necessity of that.
Spending a lot less.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going out ever now.
You're like, damn, I'm really depressed. I got more money. You see your money go up. You're like, I'm depressed.
I'll be wiping my tears with the bands on my hands. I mean, I guess everything has its ups and downs. You know, relationships definitely can have its ups, but it'll definitely have its downs.
Yeah.
And you just right now, you're not ready.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the best way to say it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what because like my coworkers are all like dating. They're like they have a wife or they're dating. They have kids, but you know it's they always ask, why aren't you dating? Like, are you seeing anyone? We need to get you a girlfriend so we can go on like triple dates. I'm like, yeah, not happening. Huh? Huh? What'd you say?
Huh? What?
What'd you say?
Nothing.
Go where together?
You want to go together? Well, I just want to see what you're like with them. I just want to know what you're like with other people. I don't believe that you can interact. I don't believe that you're actually going out with these people. Like, I don't believe that at all.
What I'll say is, they probably, in my opinion, they probably see me as like that Asian person who is on the border. They probably see me in that kind of way. But we all wild like that. We all kind of crazy like that. So it kind of just balances out pretty well. We all match each other's energy at least, you know.
But yo, just make sure you know what you're saying, bro. You just said you four are all the same. That they all think you're borderline. You gotta dox yourselves.
No, I mean when I say like, it's obviously comedically. We're not like doing it offensively, we're not like swearing and using slurs at each other like that. But you know, it is comedically. So you know, like I was talking about one thing where I was like, you know, I don't really like fobs, and because I was just telling them how they can be a little annoying and they don't really understand social cues, especially in America. So they can be kind of frustrating to deal with sometimes. And one of them was like, "What does fob stand for?" Because he doesn't know what fob means, and I told him it's fresh off the boat, and I had to explain what that means and like how it originated. And he's Mexican, and so this other coworker was like, "Hey, he's just like him. He's fresh over the border." I was like, "Yo, you gotta chill. Fresh over the border? That's wild, dude." Fresh over the border.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. For sure. Is he really? Is he an immigrant?
Yeah.
That's so fucked up.
Yeah.
That's so fucked up.
Yeah.
Yo. Oh my god, that's fucked up. Wait. So they're all around your age? Because I'm assuming they're all making those jokes because they're like around the same age.
Yeah. The fourth guy, he's a little older than us. He's like 27.
Oh,
but,
okay.
The three of us, one's 23, one's 20. So we're all pretty young.
Honestly, I think once you're above the age of 20 as guys, we're all the same age.
Yeah.
Like, we can all honestly vibe with whoever.
No, definitely. I think there's a lot of 30 plus people there too, like a lot of 30-year-old plus, and they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like none of them are like,
as long as they're not assholes, I mean, they're just another bro.
Yeah, they're another human being, yeah.
I love talking to older people too. That sounded weird. No, but I genuinely like talking to like older gentlemen just because like they have more life experience.
Oh yeah,
more
for
stories.
sure.
It's always more fun.
So then that brings to the question, would you date someone who's older than you or younger than you? Like what would you prefer? Older or younger?
That's a really good question.
Let's say you're 30, okay? And you have the option to choose someone who's 20 or the option to choose who's 40.
Well, when you say 30 and then you say 20, it sounds kind of creepy. 20 is so close to 18.
Well, they're creepy. Legal is fair game. Doesn't matter. I mean, right? I mean, as long as they're 18.
You sound like the fucking TikTok perverts waiting for Charli D'Amelio to turn 18. Oh my god. They're legal. I don't think I would go that young. I don't think I would go that young. At 30,
okay, fine, 35 and 25.
35, 25? Yeah, I think 35, 25 makes more sense.
So I would never.
I would want to get married to someone younger.
Yeah.
But I can see myself dating someone older.
Oh, really? So your preference is younger.
Yeah. But that's just because I'm afraid that if I try to build a relationship and marry someone that's like a lot older than I am, I want to experience the world with somebody.
Oh,
like I don't like if someone's older and just say that they've done already so much in their lives, like
we'll just find someone who hasn't, right?
That's old.
Yeah,
I guess, but I mean, let's just say age comes with experience, right? I would want to experience something new with somebody rather than like I'm experiencing new, but they've already done it. Like it's just not as fun.
No, I understand. But yeah, I mean, I'm the opposite. I would prefer someone who's older.
Really?
Yeah, because at least then, you know, I just want to shake her mama.
Oh,
no, I'm just kidding. But
what if she's broke?
No, I'm just kidding. But like, someone who's older is always they're more likely than not going to be mentally stable. They're going to be financially stable. Like I said, those are the most important things to me. Those two things. They're going to have the qualities of like a defined woman. They're not going to be some kid who fucking acts like an idiot.
They're just more mature.
Yeah, maturity counts for like 100 points out of a scale of 100 points. It's like the whole thing. As long as they're mature, the relationship's gonna work out. Because they're probably not gonna cheat on you. They're probably not gonna act like like dishonest person. They're gonna use communication as a.
I don't know about that.
They're gonna use communication as a necessity in a relationship, which is so important. You know, those things matter.
I don't know about that, my feller.
Okay, so who was mature you've dated that you had this experience with, huh?
No, not dated.
Yeah,
but,
I see.
But, hey,
yeah. Huh? See, you don't have that experience, so you can't say I don't know about
that. But I definitely told you about it. But I matched with somebody who is 34.
She's not mature.
that's what I'm saying. Like, age doesn't always mean mature.
No, age isn't, but I'm saying most of the times I think it does because, like, I mean, her story is a little different. Her husband cheated on her first, so that fucked her up mentally. That's like the whole spark of the issue, right? It stemmed from that. So you can't really say that she's not mature.
Older doesn't mean stable.
Well, like I said, it started with the husband. So as long as one of us is mentally stable and not going to be fucked up like that, it should all work out because it stemmed from one person messing up. So that's what I mean. As long as usually when someone is older, they're gonna be more mature, and maturity is really important. I think because I mean everyone needs to have a little bit of kid in them, but at the end of the day, if you're gonna act like a kid forever, you're gonna fuck up everything.
How much older? Like, do you have a limit?
I say the oldest would be 5 years older than me. At that time, 5 year older. Yeah. I mean, I am looking like if I was to be looking right now, like I would be looking for someone who's like 2 year.
Oh, 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, 24 is not bad. Honestly, as long as you're mature, because you can be young and be mature, but as long as you're mature.
Yeah, because I mean, if you're young, usually you're not gonna have the other two things, which is financial and mental stability. Right? When you're young, you're not gonna really have that stuff yet.
Would you say, would you be with somebody who you love, but like they kind of drag you down in a sense? Like,
as in, like, I married someone who's
I mean, don't have to be.
Well, I mean, typically because what I'm saying is they're coming here because they want a better life, right? So they don't have much. They're just there to be my significant other.
No. I mean, okay, if that's the way that you want to see it, sure.
Well, man, you said like someone who weighs me down. So what do you mean by that?
Like, just like you love them, but like, say they don't necessarily focus too much on their like career. So like you as a couple aren't like where you financially want to be. Would you still be with them?
No, exactly. No,
you wouldn't,
because I mean,
you love them. Like, let's say you love them, and then they just slowly started to like kind of just rely on you, and like, would that cause you to like leave them?
The whole point of me saying like mentally and financial stability is important is because if I wasn't confident that I could support someone for the next 50 years with my own like stability, like financial stability, I wouldn't take them in. You know, I have to be confident in that ability, even if they stop working, even if they, just was reliant solely on my job or whatever. You know, if I don't have the ability, I'm not gonna take him out like that.
And do you have a threshold of when you're gonna be ready? Like, what justifies when you're ready? Just like your career,
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, mainly when I know that I don't have to be expending my money on useless things I don't need anymore. So right now, if I hit 30, I want to have things like a house. I want to have a car where I know for a fact it's gonna last. I want things where I won't be going out and spending fucking $2,000 on food every month. I want to make sure like I know for a fact every single day I'm following the same routine so that I don't spend more money than I need to.
You're disgusting. You're disgusting. You and your set routine and schedule is absolutely a monstrosity. Do not date anybody. Do not marry anybody. You are going to imprison this poor woman to a life of just nothing. Yeah. She ain't gonna have no seasoning on her food. She ain't gonna have no sauce in the fridge.
Her own shit.
She's gonna have to sit there drinking water and ice, and that's it. That's all she can eat. No snacks, no nothing. Bro, do the women of this planet a favor. Keep yourself to yourself.
Yeah, no, I like that. I like my routines. I like my schedules. I like following the same shit every single day except for the weekends. Like, I just like that.
Oh, so you give yourself 2 days.
Yeah, 2 days.
That's fine. Do you want to get something to eat?
Huh?
Do you want to get something to eat?
Today?
Yeah.
No, only go to drink.
Why? Why are you only able to drink? What the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you only able to drink?
Because I like drinking.
You don't like eating?
I don't like eating.
Oh, right. You eat for survival.
Yeah.
So I guess you're not hungry yet.
I'm not hungry. But anyways, that's time. That's talk for another time. But
so yeah, we've been going for a while now. Hour 25. That's
So
gonna be funny because maybe I cut something out and it's not actually an hour 25.
it'll only be like 5 minutes anyways.
You know, one thing that I would like to talk about before we wrap up here, just for the podcast sake. Do you know anything about making like intro songs?
Intro songs?
Yeah,
No.
I feel like we should have like a little jingle, but I don't know anything about music producing.
I don't think we need a jingle.
You don't want a jingle? I want a jingle. Like a jingle that we can start and then when we end we can play it at the end as we leave.
I mean, I don't think it's necessary.
It's not, but it'd be fun.
If you want to take that ambition into your own hands, then you can do it. But
Not enough to learn music engineering. That's too much.
yeah,
That's too much.
I don't think. But I don't think it's necessary.
You don't think it's
But
necessary?
yeah,
Have you seen or heard any of them?
no.
Sorry, there's only one of them.
I've never seen a podcast that has jingles on there.
You haven't?
No.
But I'll play one right after this. The ones that I all listen to, they all have one. But also they're big. So I'm sure they probably like paid someone to make it for them.
Yeah.
Like, I doubt that they went out and did it themselves.
Like who? Name a pod. Name
Oh, I know one podcast that their own that their like hosts made. It's called Dropouts, and one of their co-hosts or one of their hosts is he makes music.
Mm.
So he made their jingle, and I'm saying it's just fun. It's just fun to have something to start with because it's kind of like it's kind of like also like chapters in the pod. It's like before it starts, we can do the intro. You know, we can introduce what's going on, and then towards the end, if you slowly like you just slowly start to hear the music bleeding in, it's like, oh, it's about to end.
I feel like that's more common with other types of videos.
Not this.
Yeah. I think it's okay just to start it and end it with, YouTube. Like the way it is, Like it's okay for it to end just suddenly and just cut off black.
All right. Like now.
Yeah.
All right. So then if we don't come up with something better, I'll probably do that right there.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Just put up. You just gotta put up like the channel tag and like the channel subscribe button and things like that at the end of it. But like you don't have to really,
We'll get to it one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I do want a jingle. It just makes it more interesting to listen to than just having just nonstop talking. Because the thing about it for me is that for someone like me who listens to one podcast episode right after another, it gets a little bit hard to differentiate when it's starting and when it's ending.
Well, that's why you would have to have like the intro and the outro. You say hi, welcome back, and then at the end you say, all right, this is the end. I'll see you next week.
Yeah, you're right. I'm fucking stupid.
Because then if someone's actually listening to that,
yeah, you're right. I guess I'm not paying attention. I'm working, dude. I'm working over a deep fryer vent. That's like blasting, just like that noise,
yeah.
And I haven't basically blasting in order to hear anything. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Yeah. So I think we'll wrap it up for this episode. I know that I said we had a general topic and we kind of just started bouncing around from topic to topic. That was our first attempt, I guess, at a structure for a podcast episode.
You can just say this is more like a relationship podcast for this episode.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's what I'll do my best to title it around. But I'm just trying to get at that, over time we'll get better at staying on topic, because obviously even now I'm like catching myself going off on a tangent that, I should try to control just because it makes the structure of the podcast better. But again, that's all a learning curve. This is only our third episode. It might even be the second one. Who knows? Our actual second episode is so bugged and goofed that, again, there's audio issues and video issues that I might not even put it up. But ultimately I probably will, just because there are some short clips that I would like to put out. You can follow us on Instagram and on TikTok and on YouTube, and you can follow and listen along on Spotify and Apple Pod. HighT3Z. Jeffrey will be back, I promise. He's just on his little personal break.
Yep.
Yeah. My name is Roy.
I'm Eugene.
Why are you laughing at that?
Because we never done this before. Why are you doing an
Oh,
outro?
so suddenly?
Yeah.
No, we've always done it.
No, we didn't.
No, we've always done it.
We didn't do it last
We've
week.
always done it. No, we did it. No, last week we did it. But okay, Jeffrey, I hope you're listening to this through. You motherfucker, you ADHD fuck. He rushed the shit out of everything. He rushed the shit. He rushed the beginning and he rushed the end. But thank you for watching. If you guys would like, please like, subscribe, follow, comment, anything that you want. Maybe comment to us what your best date was, the most memorable date that you've ever been on, and we're probably not gonna get anything, but if we do, we'll talk about it. All right. Thank you for watching. See you guys next time.